Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be going over some more talk about the band's GPS drift, as well as something that just occurred a little while ago where people who were spoofing that were banned were unbanned, then unbanned, then banned again. Seems like they're doing something on the back end regarding some sort of an automated thing to catch people a lot easier. So we're going to go ahead and talk about this, as well as going over exactly how the GPS drift can get you a warning on your account, or maybe even banned. I don't know what the hell's going on anymore, but we're going to do this again and talk about this a little bit further, because I didn't realize how big of an issue it was for you all once I saw those comments rolling in. And a lot of you are getting banned, all right? Wrongfully banned. You've been banned for a while. Your accounts are just done for. You stopped playing a year ago, 2 years ago, several months ago because of wrongfully getting in trouble and warnings on your account, which is, and you've spent hundreds of dollars, maybe even thousands, okay? You've been reaching out and they have never reached back to you. And this is going back to what I was trying to say, where just recently, one of their sponsors, I guess you could say, was wrongfully marked as, doing some sort of spoofing activity. But apparently it wasn't, right? And it even took him a couple of days to get the account back on track. I don't even know what the case is. I haven't followed up with that. I would assume he's got his stuff back, right? But just think that type of level of influence and connections to them, even they missed out on some pretty decent grind days for an event and couldn't get a response in a timely manner. When it comes to an individual, right, who has no influence, has no connections to Scopely or Niantic, and you're getting wrongfully marked on your account, and it's almost impossible to reach out to them, okay? There, sometimes a few water drops can, get through the cracks, but aside from that, you're not gonna get through. But with that said, let's go ahead and see what we have going on here. This was tweeted out here by the Pogo Central Twitter account here. All right, busy morning for spoofers. Niantic gave back all permanently banned accounts, okay? So they could you imagine waking up and your account has been permanently banned? And I don't know how you would know. Say you're permanently banned for like, I don't know, several months, so you just gave up, right? I don't think a lot of people are going into Pokemon Go every single day after you've been permanently banned for months to see if you're unbanned. I would assume there's probably a couple, but then word spreads to other spoofers like, hey, did you check? Go check your account, I'm unbanned. Anyways, so that happened, and then banned again. All right, so Niantic gave back all accounts that were permanently banned, then banned them again, then gave them back again, and banned once again. Might be worth checking your account. What are they doing? They're probably testing out some sort of a new anti-cheat system. And again, I do believe, like back in the past, Niantic stated something about some sort of a learning machine. That's just, I would assume that's just AI, right? That's just AI. So they're teaching this AI. This is the new age, folks, where AI is taking over everything, right? You got to learn how to do AI. You have to learn how to, do prompts and stuff like that. But nonetheless, besides that, companies are actually using this at rapid rate. Of course, why wouldn't you, right? So it seems like they're putting in some sort of thing here. And again, I don't you spoof or not, okay? That's none of my business. The only thing I'm gonna say is leave the damn gyms alone and everything else. If you want to go play spin stops, catch, play, do raids, do whatever you gotta do. Spoofers help people in areas that don't have. If you're by yourself or a couple of people in your area, spoofers can help you. Although we have remote raids and you can join your friends, but those are limited to 10, so you can't be doing it all day. Nonetheless, not glorifying spoofing, but I'm not saying that you leave it at that. Okay. I don't want to get my ass banned. I'd open my game and they just find one little excuse. I do nothing, so we'll see. Anyways, moving it on here. What else we got going on? All right, now let's look at this. This is a really good one, okay? And then we're gonna go over what we went over, and how people are getting, how the community manager for Niantic did put out a statement about the whole GPS drift. We're gonna get more into details about that. It's not like you're gonna get banned if you have random GPS drift and you just start moving everywhere. Everybody gets that. Depends on where you're at. If you're in a big city, or if you're in a dome, if you're in a mall, or whatever the case may be, a spotty connection area, everybody gets a little drift. I don't think it's that, because they did state it, but we'll go more over that here in a minute. Anyways, let's go ahead and go over a comment that was left on the video that we first put out talking about the wrongful bans, all right? So this person said, this is great. This has really hit the nail on the head here, folks, okay? So take a look at this and you will agree 100%, okay? If the bug benefits the players, okay? Meaning, self-explanatory, if it's helping us, if it's doing us a little bit of a favor, this particular bug, right? They love to fix them right away. But if it's something that destroys the game, you know, brings us headache and is extremely annoying, they just let it go, right? Okay, let's see what they have about this. If the bug benefits the players, splash damage when dodging, accidentally putting Kyurem Fusion in PvP rewards. That was a little crazy, so I get why they took that out, but good lord, how do you screw something up like that? Jeez. Lower health bar for raid bosses will fix ASAP. Remember when the dodging came out and you dodge, you took no splash damage? We thought that they had upgraded and kind of revamped the whole dodging and attack system in raids. No, that was a glitch. That was of course a glitch and they fixed it immediately. Bam, done. And now let's look at this one here. So if the bug makes the players miserable, okay? So these are things that are currently in the game that could have been fixed a long time ago that are extremely an inconvenience to us, but oh, hell with that. We're just gonna fix the things that are benefiting you, and the things that are not benefiting you, forget it, we'll just leave them in the game. As long as it doesn't completely destroy for everybody and the money keeps coming in, right? Getting kicked out of the middle of a remote raid. So, you know, you're in a remote raid, you get kicked out, you try to go back and it's gone. You can't do anything or it doesn't let you go in, right? Because let's just say somebody invites you at 4 minutes left. You guys wait for the timer, say you just didn't skip it, and then you almost beat it, took about 4 minutes, and then you get kicked out. Typically, you would be able to go back and see the raid hop back in sometimes, but if the raid is gone, there's nothing you can do. If you get kicked out, right? Go get your dollar, go get your whatever the freaking hell for how much it costs for a remote raid pass, $12 now, right? All right, white screen of death after beating a raid boss. This one really pisses me off. This one, next one here. Shiny toggle off during events. How the hell? Because you're playing with our money and it's super annoying. How do you forget and do a promotion for an event for months? Building it up, making videos, putting out tweets, this and that and this and that, making special sell boxes, and when the day comes, you forget to turn on the actual shiny legendary or whatever the case may be that you've been promoting this whole time. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. And then you're gonna go off and tell us, oh, well, we're gonna have an extra day for you, or we're gonna give you some researches. Don't care about that. Don't care about that. I want it to work the day it happens. I understand errors do take place, but to forget to turn on a shiny is pretty freaking crazy. That's like going to a sit-down restaurant. You pay $25 for a real good burger with a side and whatever the case, right? And they bring out a burger with no bun. And you're like, hey, you didn't order it like that. Like, hey, there's no bun here. Like, oh, sorry. I totally forgot to put the bun on. No, you didn't. You're just being a jackass. Anyways, let's keep it going. I'm on one today, huh? All right, so, or any bug glitches regarding PvP. Yeah, we don't need to get into that, right? We don't need to get into PvP. We already know it's completely destroyed. Cheating, bugs, errors, garbage, right? Tryhards, all right, that's all right. Tryhards, that's okay. You should try hard. But anyway, let's see here. Now let's go over really quick what we went over last time. All right, so about the GPS drift. Okay, Niantic's official statement. The exploit can be detected if there is an anti-cheat system. Players caught using this method will risk being flagged. Community members are advised not to promote this. And so, again, I'll briefly break this down. And again, I am not promoting this. I am not saying you should do this particular raid cheat. I am not in any way, shape, or form condoning it, okay? But how it works is if you're within a particular distance, not too far, not too close, but within out of range of you not being able to use your premium free daily pass or a regular premium battle pass, but within a good amount of distance for you to obviously have to use a remote raid. You look at the raid, you tap in it, you're looking at the raid boss, you're looking at it, right? It's on your screen, you can see the raid boss is asking you to put the raid pass in. You turn off your Wi-Fi, or not your Wi-Fi, you turn off your GPS, you turn it back on, you tap on it, and then your free raid pass will pop up, or your premium battle passes if you don't have a free one, and then you can just use it like that without having to use the remote raid pass. Now, why are they mad at this? Because they're losing money. No shit, it's not that big. It's not like a whoa big brain figure this out thing. They don't want us to be using those cheaper passes when we would have to otherwise use the more expensive one. Extremely nitpicky when they're just, the money is just raining up on them, right? And if it's a big issue, right? If there's such a big, massive issue, don't be putting it on us. I get it. I get it. Just because there's something you can do out here doesn't mean we should go out and start exploiting it because they haven't fixed it yet. But at the same time, they sound really passive aggressive, okay? It sounds a little passive aggressive and they sound a little pissed off about it. Just another glitch that they'll probably forget in a couple of months, move on to the next one because they can't learn how to freaking fix anything in this game, or they probably can't, or just don't even give a damn. Again, I'm not putting this on the employees or the programmers or the engineers and all the smart, intelligent people over there making all this happen, but maybe they're just not allowed to fix it. Maybe they're told to do other things. It's pretty wacky. Now, let me explain. I said it in the beginning, I'll say it again, we'll wrap this video up here, okay? They did go on to explain that you will not be getting in trouble. Well, at least this is what they said, okay? That they say regular GPS drift happens, okay? Right, it happens. Sometimes, you know, you just move around depending on where you're at. Maybe the signal is not so great and you're just bouncing all over the place, whatever, okay? That is not what the cheat we were just talking about. Now we call it cheat, a little bit of an exploit. That's not the exploit we're talking about. GPS drift, I saw somebody commenting, and they seem pretty, you know, worried about this. It seemed like a mom. She said, "Oh, my kids are playing all the time, and their characters always just bouncing back and forth. GPS drift. I'm worried their account's going to get, you know, a strike." Well, I don't think your kid's account's going to get a strike for that. That's just regular drifting. Okay, you're good on that. Well, at least for now. I don't know what this AI is going to think about it, or this automatic detecting system. But it's more so for the intentional doing the remote thing with a daily pass or your battle pass. That's pretty much the only kind of thing that they're really looking for. So yeah, that's just the way they're running things now, I suppose. So they haven't put out a tweet or nothing because like we discussed in the other video about this, they don't want to put a spotlight on it, right? They spotlights on it. Hey, everybody, look at this. Then people are not going to say, "Oh man, that's crazy." People are going to say, "Oh crap, let's try it," right? They don't give a damn if they warned you that you can get a strike. People are going to go out there and do it. They say they can detect you. I highly doubt they're going to be able to detect all the people, right? Anyways, there you go. I can keep on rambling and going on tangents all day about this, but just thought I'd put that out there. What's going on with these people? What's going on? It's at this point, your best bet to play this game is to open it, catch your Pokemon, and just don't turn it on when you're in a car. I'm joking, okay? But it's getting a little silly. Anyways, just thought I'd bring that to you. People got their accounts back, banned again, accounts back, banned again, accounts back, banned again. Banning people for this exploit that they should be fixing immediately. I don't know. It just seems kind of funny to me. But at the end of the day, it's all about money. It's all about greed. That's it. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.